You see, I learn from you, you learn from me.
Good evening everyone, my name is Murray Easton and I am the Head of Fundraising and Supporter Relations for Pancreatic Cancer Action Scotland. Thank you very much for joining us on World Pancreatic Cancer Day. It's an emotional day for us all in the pancreatic cancer community, but I think I also find it very uplifting to see the pancreatic cancer community across the world coming together to talk about what we're doing to improve awareness and survival rates for this disease. We've got a lot of work to do, there's no doubt about it, but there's a lot of fantastic work going on from researchers, from charities across the world, and most importantly from you guys, the pancreatic cancer community. Your passion and energy and determination is absolutely inspiring. It is making a difference. We are building momentum. We are increasing awareness. Research is improving, and our vision as a charity is for the 2020s to be the decade of change for pancreatic cancer, and I really think that will happen. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got a long road ahead. There'll be bumps along the way. There'll be heartbreaks and heartaches, but we'll also see people have more time with loved ones. We'll see an increase in hope, and we will see an increase in awareness and survival rates. So thank you for all you're doing. You're doing some incredible stuff in Scotland and throughout the world. I'm going to introduce you to a family, the Gourley family, and a play called Islets of Silence, written by our supporter Isabel Barrett. Isabel lost her husband John only 3 weeks after he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and she had real issues, like a lot of people, getting to the bottom of what was wrong with her husband. He knew something was wrong. He knew it wasn't just indigestion, it wasn't just a sore tummy. But it took a while for him to be diagnosed, and it was too late. It was 8 or 9 trips to the GP. What would have happened if he'd been diagnosed after only 2 or 3? We'll never know. We'll never know, unfortunately. But Isabel channeled her grief into her passion and her skill, which is theatre and the arts and playwriting. And she wrote a play called Islets of Silence, and she brought it to us as a charity and asked if we would help take it out on the road across Scotland to increase awareness through the arts. And I thought this was a great idea. Awareness levels are low, and we need to try different things to increase the awareness levels of pancreatic cancer and the symptoms. So Isabel brought together a great cast, really good cast, and booked a number of dates across Scotland, and we generated quite a bit of interest. There was national media coverage through STV, the Glasgow Herald, a lot of local newspapers, and the first 2 plays went really well. We were really excited by what was going on, and then COVID unfortunately struck, and Isabel's hopes of taking the play across Scotland and our hopes were dashed. Isabel regrouped and booked tours, booked dates for the autumn, and then they were cancelled as well. And then when restrictions allowed, when rules and regulations allowed, Isabel brought the cast together, 4 of the cast, to record an excerpt from the play to put it out on World Pancreatic Cancer Day. As a charity, we're delighted to do that. We know how much work Isabel and her team have put into this play, and we hope it reaches a good audience tonight, or it can be shared afterwards. People affected by pancreatic cancer have seen the play, and I'm not going to lie, there's been tears, but there's also been laughs. As a nation, as people, as Scots, always try and find a way to have a smile and a laugh and get through things. Isabel's way to get through things has been to write this play and bring you this excerpt from it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you share it. And I just want to say thank you again for watching, and thank you again for all you do, whether it's for Pancreatic Cancer Action Scotland and what we do, or whether it's for pancreatic cancer charities throughout the world. Keep doing it. We'll see a difference. And enjoy the play. If you stick around afterwards, there'll be a little bit of a Q&A. Take care.
Alright, Gavin, Sarah, hurry up, get your breakfast. Still hearing that music of yours?
Listen, Lorna, you should try it sometime instead of all this passion and bashing. You're going to meet yourself coming back one of these times.
Somebody's got to do the hashing and bashing around here. Oh, there'll be nothing to eat.
See, when I was sitting here, my mind went back to when I was a young guy and I went out with Mary Jane.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you talking about now? You're going to leave me in the wings for Mary Jane?
Oh, would you just listen instead of prattling away 19 to the dozen?
I'm all ears.
Well, Mary Jane kept this wee book at her bedside.
And how do you know what's at our bedside, Brian Gourley?
Well, it wasn't like that. Although I was known as a fine boy, you know.
Oh, aye.
You know, listen to me. Every night before she fell asleep, she would write in her wee gratitude book all the things she was grateful for.
Oh, and I suppose you were top of our list, eh?
No. But you know what?
I'm all ears.
My wee book would have you, Gavin and Sarah, and what we have here, right at the very top.
You're a daft romantic sod, so you are. But that's why I married you. You're dafty.
Watch where you're going, turn up.
Oh, don't start.
Why? It might upset my big brother's sensitive nature.
Oh, very good.
All right, you two, come on. Get your breakfast. So, Sarah, what's on your timetable this morning?
Mum, you ask this all the time, and I tell you, you know what? In one ear and out the other.
Hey, I'm only asking. Did you fill that ACAS form in yet? You know there's a deadline on it. Gavin, isn't that right?
Yeah, Mum, she knows the score. Last minute Annie, as usual.
And who are you? Flash Gordon? I'll do it in my own time, so y'all get off my back. I'm sick to death he's all going on and on about it.
Hey, you watch your lip, lady.
Oh, well, excuse me while I go have a look in the mirror. Sorry, Dad. Okay, Mum. This morning they have old droopy drawers for a double period of history, rabbiting on about how the past affects the future, followed by Bradley and his Pythagoras theory. And I'll go see about the ACAS form.
Good.
Do I need to go on?
Go on, you never stop.
Shut it, you.
Oh, right, enough. Do you think for once I could get to enjoy my breakfast without you two winding each other up?
He started it.
No, I didn't.
I'm not bothered who started it. One's as bad as the other. Times you both can be a pain in the arse.
Ooh, Dad. Swearing in front of your children. That's bad. I'm going to have to contact Childline.
Oh, you're quite right, Sarah. I mean, it's absolutely shocking. Now, Childline, here we come.
Oh, is that right? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go and get you the number.
All right, you lot. Come on, some of us have got work to go to.
Bye, Mum.
Bye,
Bye,
honey.
Dad.
Bye, Dad.
Ah, you might think you're big, but these socks fit you.
Ah, that's our Gavin at it again, eh? He's joking around. Come on, let me play that up. Come on, out of the way.
Hey, Lorna. While we've got the chance, what do you think of this university course that Gavin's on? English literature. I mean, where's that going to take him, eh?
Brian, I'll take our Gavin wherever he needs to go. I mean, hey, what were you like when you were his age? You had dreams of building bridges and motorways and...
Aye, and I ended up in the sewerage department. Mind you, it might be a lot of shit to a lot of people, but it's my bread and butter. Although I wouldn't want to make a sandwich with it.
Stop. Hey, it all turned out best in the end, didn't it?
That wasn't the only thing that paid off. Let's not forget that's where I met you.
You know what? As well as dealing in shit, you talk a lot of shit.
No. Don't you demean our great sewage system. That's my line of business, remember? Besides, where would you all be without this superb sewage system that we have? May have started in Rome in 800 BC, but what a system. Do you know in York there's still a section that was built by the Romans? And it's still doing its job. Or should I say, still doing its jobbies. Aye, it might be a bit smelly at times, but one flush and it all glides away effortlessly into the celestial sewage system. Well, most of the time anyway.
See, that's what I like about you. You're such a romantic, so you are. Even when you're out and about, you're rolling down that window when you pass the sewage works, just to see if it's still smelling. Like it's not going to smell.
I'll have you know, I'm committed to my jobbies. Oh, and to you.
Oh, thanks.
I am the Don Juan of sewage, and there's always plenty of fertiliser for any plants that I bring you. So, you think our Gavin's got his head screwed on?
Aye, more than what his dad has.
So diagnosed at last, eh? Oh Lorna, how in God's name did this happen? So that's that, love. Still, as I said, at least we both now know what we're dealing with.
Brian, maybe we can get a second opinion or speak to another specialist or something, eh?
Look, love, things are as they are. Aye, it's a blow, and I know I'm trying to put a brave face in it. But think of the long time we've had together. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, but we've always managed to muddle through. And our kids, they turned out not bad either, eh?
Aye. We've a lot to be thankful for. Some people go through their whole lives and never even get a smattering of the love that we've shared. It's a tough one, Lorna. Don't think I don't know that. But I'll need you to help me through. Can you do that for me?
Brian, I mean, I don't want to talk about it right now. Can you talk about it later, maybe?
Well, when, love? Time isn't exactly on our side, is it? You heard what the doctor said. There are things we need to sort out. I'm too much of an engineer. I need to get things done and finished with. So can we try, love, to help each other through this?
I don't know if I can be as strong as you. I don't want to think about you not being here with me. How am I supposed to deal with that? How am I supposed to cope with it?
You're stronger than you think, sweetheart. Come on. Let's think of our happier times. You in labour with Gav, telling that midwife to fuck off. Or that time you had those terrible pains in your stomach that were so bad, we had to go to the emergency department. And when the doctor prodded your stomach, that loud fart you let out.
Stop. Oh, what about the time you tried to help that disabled man into his car? And he turned around and said, I'm trying to get out of the car.
See? We have so many memories to share and laugh at. You can't take these away from us. Now come on. What happened to your belief that nobody dies? We just move on to another level. You're always thinking that.
Honey, I still believe that.
That's all I ever wanted. Lorna. And the kids too, of course. When this sort of thing happens, you look back in your life, the happy and not so happy. Yeah, I can say I'm grateful for all I've had with Lorna. The way I look at it is, some poor sods don't have any good times to look back on. Aye, we've had our ups and downs. Show me a marriage that doesn't. But through it all, I have never stopped loving her. God, it's hard to face. I don't want to upset her. I need to keep going for the sake of her and the Waynes. I'm not scared of death. It comes to us all. But I do realise I need to make a lot of decisions. The major one being, will I have the operation? More importantly, I need to make sure their finances are okay, just in case I decide to go for the operation and it doesn't work out. Christ, I love you all. Lorna, and Gavin, and Sarah.
Oh God, Brian, how am I going to cope without you? You've always been there by my side, when all too often I've been running around like a banshee. Sometimes it seems like a tunnel that I find myself in, no light, just complete darkness. Seems like a nightmare I'm having. I keep thinking it'll all go away and we'll be back to normal, that it's happening to somebody else, not us. Pancreatic cancer? Jesus, I knew very little about it. And when the doctor broke the news to me, I couldn't believe what he was saying. I wanted to break down and cry. Then I looked at you. I seen how well you were dealing with it, and I said, I've got to put a face on this. And it was in that moment that I thought to myself, that's why I married you, Brian Gourley. For your strength and your courage and your ability to face up to things no matter what. And not forgetting the love they've always shared for me and the kids. Oh, Brian, please pull through this. I need you. Please stay. For me, Gavin and Sarah.
I love you, sweetheart.
You arrived, unannounced, with no great fanfare. We were not aware of your entrance.
For so long, we were slow to respond. But not you. Oh no, you were eager to destroy.
You spread like red wine spilled on a white carpet as you began your silent dance of death.
Pirouetting your way through to your position. You were always in the wings. Waiting.
Like the black swan jumping into the lake of our tears. We were helpless. For how could we be otherwise?
How dare you ask my father to be your partner? Yet he had no choice. For you called the tune.
Your deathly disguise hid your evil heart. Oh, you led us a merry dance, didn't you?
Unknowingly we followed your movements. But our dance will be stronger, our beat quicker than yours.
We shall expose you until you're broken, small and disintegrated like a spent cigarette, kicked with force into the gutter.
When you're diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, you feel like a dead person walking.
We must demand an earlier diagnosis and faster treatment.
Pancreatic cancer is tough to diagnose, hard to treat, and tough to survive.
1 in 4 people diagnosed with pancreatic cancer will die within a month.
Pancreatic cancer is predicted to become the highest killing cancer by 2030.
Survival of pancreatic cancer has not changed. It remains the lowest surviving and quickest killing cancer.
Pancreatic cancer, time is not on our side.
But let's not forget the vision for pancreatic cancer. This must be the decade of change.
Already many have signed up to the Pan-Can clan, and so can you. Sign up today.
Together we will fight this silent killer.
I didn't know a great deal about pancreatic cancer until my husband John died from this silent killer. He had been diagnosed for some time and was suffering from abdominal and back pain. After further investigation, pancreatic cancer was diagnosed and I lost him only after 3 weeks. Realising that the arts can deliver a powerful message, I decided to write a play about my experience to raise further awareness. The play presents us with an ordinary family getting on with life until the pancreatic diagnosis is given. We look at how the family reacts differently and how love and hope see them through the dark tunnel that engulfs them.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on World Pancreatic Cancer Day. My name is Murray. I'm the fundraising manager for Pancreatic Cancer Action Scotland. I just want to say a huge thanks to everyone who's been sharing our posts and liking and commenting today, through the week, through the month and through the years. Your support's fantastic. And it does feel like we're building some momentum just now. We launched our first ever TV advert this week, and the response has been amazing. We are increasing awareness about the symptoms. There's a lot of other good stuff going on just now, and we thought we'd try something a little bit different today for World Pancreatic Cancer Day. So thanks for tuning in and tuning in. It's digital, but thanks for joining us. Showing my age there. And we're really here because of an amazing supporter that I met last year called Isabel Barrett. And Isabel came to us with a play that she had written following the passing of her husband to pancreatic cancer only 3 weeks after his diagnosis. And we thought it was a great way to try and raise awareness, to take a play in the road to village halls and theatres throughout the country, and to get local press and people talking about it. And then COVID happened in March. So I'll just introduce everyone who's here handily due to the amazing tech support we have here. Their names are on screen. So we've got Francis.
Hi, how you doing, everybody?
We've got Alistair.
Hiya, it's good to be here.
And we've got Isabel.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And I am your host tonight, so I'm going to try and do a good job of that, but I'll try and let them do all the talking. So, Francis, when did you become involved in the play, and how did you hear about, when did you first meet Isabel?
Well, I actually went for an audition. After reading the script, I was really interested because of the writing of it. There was a lot of comedy there. It was a brilliant storyline, and they were looking for a mother. Didn't realise I was old enough to have teenagers, but there you go. We met basically December, just before Christmas last year, and we started rehearsal in February. So February went 3 weeks of rehearsal, intensive rehearsal with Alistair and the rest of the cast. But it was great, you know. It was tough as well. We had a lot of fun and laughter, and we were joking, and there was a lot of dancing in the first act. It's when the second act comes that, you know, things turn a little bit, but then you see how all the people in the family are reacting to this, you know, this pancreatic cancer and what we need to do. You know, we've got teenage children who are just reacting differently, and you get to see the journey of that, which is really good.
Yeah. And had you personally heard of pancreatic cancer before?
No, many cancers before that, and I basically knew where the pancreas was, but that was about it. I didn't realise the intensity of how this is known as a silent killer and how it can just get you at any point. You know, the story of Isabel's husband John is just, I mean, I didn't even realise that story until I was midway through rehearsal, and then I realised, oh my goodness, Isabel's really poured her heart into this piece. It was very, very, very emotional and very touching, you know. So we've been very delicate about the whole situation, because we do realise that people will react differently according to what's happening, but it is important that we get the awareness out. So that's what we tend to do, and that's why we did this short film, and hoping to go back next year and start touring again.
Yeah, because you put so much work into it, and things were going well. We had STV coverage, and I think there was an interview in the Herald and a lot of local press. It must, you know, as actors who must get a buzz from being on stage, it must have been extremely disappointing for you.
I was more disappointed for Isabel and getting her story out.
Yeah.
You know, I personally wasn't like, I didn't take it too personally myself. I just thought, oh my goodness, this is a really important story. It's something we have to share. So I was like, when Isabel approached us talking about maybe we could film some, I was like, yes, let's do it. So I was all for it with lockdown, trying to work out how we can do that. So just getting together with Alistair and with the other two members. I mean, the cast is a lot bigger. There are more people in the cast, but we couldn't bring everybody together for this exclusive footage. But we did what we could, and hopefully everybody gets a chance maybe one day to see it all live on a film if we're not able to bring it on tour. Yeah.
And Alistair, you portray someone who, you know, is a normal life with a great family and is hit with this, you know, punch to the stomach. You know, it's how difficult is it to portray that kind of thing?
It's difficult, and there's quite a lot of range in this particular play. So, as we've said sort of all along, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. There's a lot of love and a lot of laughter and a lot of silliness as well, to be quite honest. So it's good as an actor to have such a range of emotions to be sort of mining. But yeah, when it gets to the, you know, the heavier parts of it, which of course it has to do, you can, I mean, although we didn't manage to do much of the tour, we did do 3 performances, so we were kind of able to gauge the reactions, and it, you know, the audience reaction was palpable at these bits, and that was very rewarding to play, really. Yeah,
it must have been. Isabel, would you just like to say anything at all? Some words about your wonderful cast and things?
Oh, well, I didn't know any of them, and in theatre you never know. When people come in and audition, sometimes they don't audition well, and sometimes they're absolutely marvellous on stage. So I didn't know any of them at all, and you've always got to build up a team when you're acting, and you've got to have a great respect for one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
And the good fun for such a play that is a lot of sadness in it as well as humour. But it was never a drag to go to rehearsals. They worked every time, and great laughs. And I chose the right people, including the young people, who's Sam and Amy and the others who are playing the consultant, the doctor, and Amy's friend. They all worked very, very well together.
Yeah. So yeah, just a big thank you to everyone for watching tonight and for your support on World Pancreatic Cancer Day and through the years. Is there anything, Francis and Alistair, you'd like to say before we
share the word? Share the word.
I was just going to say, yes, totally, and we've rescheduled the shows for next year. So near the time, touching wood, that we're through some of this madness, we'll get to see you all at some of the rescheduled shows, and that would be great.
Thank you for everybody listening in, and please share. Please share.
And if there's other venues wish us to come along.
Yeah.
We're going to call it a day. We lost Murray.
Murray's gone. Our host is gone.
What happened to our host? Oh well, you know what? Anybody who's listening in, thank you for listening in and watching Islets of Silence. You know, we're obviously doing this so we can spread the word about pancreatic cancer. So donate. There's a donate button below. You can text the donation, or you can go to Pancreatic Cancer page and donate. We're just and learn about the symptoms and make sure that your granny's she's okay, and you know, the people around you, if they've got any pains or aches or something they're not quite sure of, you know, it's like Isabel said, she brought her husband to at least over a course of 2 years checking out her husband to see what was wrong with him, and then finally he got diagnosed, and 3 weeks later he was gone. So it was tough. Oh, there's Murray.
He's back.
Hi, Murray.
This is our first time trying a Facebook Live and connecting 4 different households, so do apologise to everyone for the technical difficulties.
I think people are still listening in. We would just be talking to them while you were... I thought we went to the bathroom. We'll just say it was a bathroom break. How's Isabel's connection? Is it any better? I'm not sure. We've got at least 60 people listening in right now, which is lovely, so thank you.
Good.
Is that Paul said something? Did you say something, Paul?
Get it out on YouTube.
We'll get it out on YouTube, Paul. We will. Actually, right after this, we're going to post it on Tram Direct YouTube, okay? And you can go there. Just go to Tram Direct YouTube, and you'll get to see it. Is the play going to be on YouTube? Yes, of course it's going to be on YouTube. Tram Direct YouTube, it'll be going up shortly after this post. And so you can go there and share it to everybody who doesn't have Facebook. So that would be great. Spread the word. Thanks for asking. And there's a few nice comments coming in. There's one from Susie Brown, who is a great supporter of ours. She got a building lit up purple tonight. So thanks, Susie, for all your support.
I think the lady was meaning, is the entire play going to go up on YouTube, which of course it won't be at the moment because we're still to fulfill our performances. So
we still have to film that. That's right.
Yeah, so we'll be doing it live, obviously, next when the pandemic allows us. So hopefully, the plan is that's going to be March next year, although obviously things can change, but the plan is to return to the venues we couldn't do and do it in March next year.
Ian Walker, I owe Ian Walker a £5. He's just said that I'm looking very sharp.
So he does.
I would like to give a shout out to a lot of my friends from America who are tuning in right now, and even over in Ireland. I've got my mum over there and family just sitting. They haven't seen me for a while now, and I'm sporting my mum's favourite purple cardigan just for pancreatic cancer.
And that's my sister saying it's a very powerful piece, so
brilliant.
I must watch. So thanks very much.
Thanks. And yeah, just to the people, after this live broadcast finishes, I think after 5 minutes or so, that it should be available to watch again and share on the Pancreatic Cancer Action Scotland Facebook page. And
why don't you say goodbye?
Say, if any venues, want to take the play next year, then to get in contact, because we want to take it out as widely as possible.
Yeah.
And thanks for everyone who contributed.
There's somebody tuning in from Canada too, so that's great. Hi, Canada.
Oh gosh, that's
great. So we get
hello, that's good. We'll take it to Canada as well.
We'll go there, yeah.
If anyone who's watching has any questions quickly, but we'll maybe stay on for another just few minutes.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to type a question. But Isabel, I was just asking previously, have you noticed any differences since you've become involved in the pancreatic cancer community?
Oh, I think this is our year. I mean, we're only just starting, Murray. The things that's happened, and we're getting a whole lot of publicity that needed to be done. And then, of course, we had I think there was discussion in the Scottish Parliament. Am I correct?
Yeah, yesterday.
No, I mean, I
evening.
think everyone is really out there firefighting. And as I said, we are only just beginning. We have a long way to go, but in spite of the COVID, I mean, you think of the situation we're working under here, and yet we haven't given up. And that's the whole thing. Don't give up, whatever. Continue, and that's the message we need to continue with, getting the message out about the silent killer, and for people to take note of the symptoms. That's important.
Yeah, I think certainly this week's been extremely positive. We've seen a huge surge in people visiting the symptoms page of our website as a result of our advert. It's up, as of yesterday, it was up 250%, which is It's powerful,
a great advert.
And
we've got people all across Scotland who are really just going above and beyond to
the
play
auction
their part.
too.
The auction closes in 90 minutes, and it's touching on £30,000.
Wow!
I'll give you a live update.
Wonderful.
This is on the Just Employment Law auction that has been going on. Oh, it's £29,263.
That's brilliant.
So, which is incredible, and we've got people all across the country. We've had young people walking in memory of their granddad. We've had people painting pictures. We've had people colouring their hair and beards and lighting up buildings purple. There's been all kinds of things going on. The team at Sheila Fleet Jewellery have done a big walk for us and raised over £5,000. So the advert this week felt like a kind of bit of a stepping stone for us as a small charity. And we've got a lot planned for January and next year, so so stick with us, and thanks for your support. We couldn't do anything without you, so thanks.
Here.
Any questions, Anthony? Anthony's our tech guy. He's able to sort the questions out for us.
It looks like it's mainly been comments.
Yes, it's just thumbs ups and comments.
Great comments.
Brilliant comments. He says there's lots of great comments. Thank you so much.
Nice.
I've seen one pop up there from Margaret, looking forward to come to Rutherglen to see us. So let's hope it gets rescheduled there.
Yeah, and a nice comment from Kenny Fort.
Also, thank you to Anthony for the music.
Yeah.
Anthony for the music.
That's right, Anthony. It's called Talk to Me Slow. That's right.
There's a nice message from Kenny Forbes, who Isabel and I both know. He's a pancreatic cancer survivor, and thanks, Kenny, for all your support and all you do for us. Yes,
Exactly.
Thanks, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny's been out on tour with us. He's been doing a stage crew member. Great help to us.
That's good.
He's a great help. Yeah, good
We're
guy.
open anyone that's standing doing nothing.
There's Ian Walker's just posted the link to the Just Employment Law.
So the bids, okay.
For the bid, so it'll be amazing if we can break £30,000 in the next 90 minutes or so. I bet you there's a few people sitting waiting for certain prizes.
Yeah, I actually put something in, so I'm fingers crossed.
All right, good. There's still a few bargains to be had, actually.
I've never done it before, and I thought I'm going to go try that auction and see if there's something I could get as a gift for somebody. So that's what I did.
Good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So today I'll just maybe start to wrap up. So today is World Pancreatic Cancer Day, and charities and supporters and campaigners across the world have been, shining a light in this disease because it's not as well known as other cancers. We are behind. I started working in the charity sector 16, 17 years ago, and every cancer was a big C then, but we've seen huge advancements in breast cancer, testicular cancer, most cancers apart from pancreatic cancer, and it really does feel like this has got to be our time, our decade of change, where we'll see a big difference. We'll see good research coming through, and in Glasgow there's a team led by Andrew Biankin who are doing some incredible work. He's a world leading scientist who was poached from Australia to come to live in the West End of Glasgow by Glasgow University.
Wow.
And he's got a great team, and they are working on a quick diagnostic test called the Glasgow test. Amazingly, this could be rolled out across the world. They might change the name by the time it rolls out across the world. But things like that are brilliant. And when you think about the grassroots works that's been done by us as a charity, and everyone watching who's our supporters, who are increasing awareness from sharing the symptoms, or running marathons, or jumping out of planes, or doing their bit, it's really good. And then I think the parliamentary debate yesterday was very positive for us as a charity to get the recognition from MSPs. And what was really interesting was that a lot of the MSPs were now speaking from personal experience. There was a survivor, and there was three MSPs who spoke, who'd lost loved ones to pancreatic cancer. So they're armed with the facts and stats by us and from other charities, but they've also got that personal experience. They know that there needs to be a difference. And for me, as someone who works for the charity, but also as a supporter, it was really good to hear them talking about early diagnostic centres across Scotland, because I think we're a small country and we can implement things quicker than bigger countries, and we can really lead the way with some of our research or awareness stuff or support stuff. We, as a charity, we funded the first ever dedicated pancreatic cancer nurse in Scotland, which is worked really well. And then you think about the early tests and more support for people. We can make a real difference in the next few years, and certainly over the next decade. We want to see a real change, and we can't do that without you. So thanks.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to say before we wrap up?
I just want to give a shout out to Liz Clark at Celtic Radio. She's been really supportive and came to see the play back in spring, and actually might be interested in putting it out there so everybody can hear it on the radio at one point as well. So that's in discussion just now. So that would be good. That's another way of spreading the news. So thanks, Liz.
It's great, and I think it is a powerful play that it portrays Isabel's experience, and it's real life, and it's funny and it's emotional, and it could get people talking. And we always say in the office, not that we've got an office anymore because we all work from home, but we always say, could this save a life? And if it's one life, it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
So thanks for watching, everyone.
Yes.
Leave us feedback. Let us know what you think of the play.
Thank you.
And the chat. We'll hopefully do something like this again.
Thank you very much. It was nice to meet you all. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Take care.
Please
Cheers.
spread the word. Thank you.
Thank you for everyone.
Bye.
I can remember a time I didn't know anyone with pancreatic cancer. We thought my dad just had indigestion, but it didn't go away, and now he's not here. It doesn't have to be this way. Survival is possible. Knowing the symptoms could save you or a loved one's life.